Hello there, it's hello there, another unboxing. I decided to order the Amazon Yearbook 1978, catch up a bit. And here it is. Looks like someone's trying to get into that. Anyway, so here it is. The Now Yearbook 1978. Better late than never. Better late than never. So there it is. I'm looking forward to this one. I am really looking forward to this one. And I wondered how far they would go back in the 70s until the announcement of 1973, because there was an original Top of the Pops series, if you remember, that went back to 1974, and I thought, oh, might be as far back as we get with the yearbooks, and then 73 was announced, and kind of, well, that told me. So anyway, I'm just going to open it up. Look at that, absolutely brilliant. Look at that. Looking forward to this. So, as I say, I've got the 78 extra, I just haven't got the original one. So it has got such a great track list, this. It really, really has. Such a strong 4 discs. So, what do I think of it? Let's do it disc by disc for each video. And there'll be an omnibus video as well if you want to watch all 4 in one go. But here is my critique.
So let's look at disc 1 of the Now Yearbook 1978, and it's a belter, an absolute belter. It starts with ELO, Mr. Blue Sky Electric Light Orchestra, released on January the 28th, 1978. Reached number 6 and spent 11 weeks in the charts. Wonderful, wonderful, absolutely brilliant piece of music. We then got Jerry Rafferty and Baker Street, another great hit, first UK chart hit for Jerry Rafferty, released on February the 18th, 1978, reached number 3, spent 16 weeks in the charts. And of course, there was the urban myth about Bob Holness playing the saxophone. Sadly, it's not true. Stuart McConey, the broadcaster, initiated that when he was writing for NME, and he claimed that Bob Holness played the saxophone solo, and it was the true performer was Raphael Ravenscroft. There you go, good quiz question there, isn't it? We've then got track 3, Rod Stewart, Do You Think I'm Sexy, released on the 18th of November 1978, reached number 1, spent a week at number 1. And spent 13 weeks in the charts. I remember this from a best of Rod Stewart that came out in the early 90s that my mum and dad had. And the song was trimmed down for the best of, presumably to fit more songs on. So we hear a longer version here on the yearbook. I don't know. I don't like this song as much as I used to. Don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. It's maybe it's not aged as well as other songs, but that's just my opinion. ABBA, Take a Chance on Me, released the 4th of February 1978, reached number 1, spent 3 weeks at number 1, 10 weeks in the charts. ABBA were absolutely massive, of course, throughout the 70s and right in their, right their peak. In 1978. Boney M, Rivers of Babylon, released April the 29th, 1978, number 1 for 5 weeks, and it's spent 40 weeks in total in the UK charts. We then got 10cc, Dreadlock Holiday, great tune, released August the 12th, 1978. Again, it reached number 1 just for a week, but got to number 1, 13 weeks in the charts. We then got Althea and Donna, Uptown Top Ranking, another number 1, released December the 24th, 1977, number 1 for a week, 11 weeks in the charts, and their only chart hit. Donna Summer, MacArthur Park, released October the 14th, 1978. It reached number 5, spent 10 weeks in the charts. I've got to be honest, I prefer Richard Harris's version. Sorry, but I do. Let me know if you agree or disagree with that. We then got Shaka Khan, I'm Every Woman, released December the 2nd, 1978, reached number 11 and spent 13 weeks in the charts. Yvonne Elliman, brilliant tune, If I Can't Have You, last UK chart hit for Yvonne Elliman. Released May the 6th, 1978, reached number 4 and spent 12 weeks in the charts. We then got Chic, Everybody Dance, released April the 1st, 1978, reached number 9 and spent 11 weeks in the charts. Number 12, we've got Odyssey, Native New Yorker. I love this, one of my favourites of the whole first disc. Released December the 24th, 1977, reached number 5, spending 11 weeks in the charts, but love that song. Rose Royce, Wishing on a Star, released January the 14th, 1978, reached number 3 and spent 14 weeks in the charts. Commodores, Three Times a Lady, released August the 5th, 1978. Number 1 for 5 weeks, 14 weeks in the charts. Then we've got Marshall Haim, Dancing in the City. Great tune, often forgotten about. Released June the 3rd, 1978. Reached number 3. Spent 15 weeks in the charts. It was re-released in 1987, but it only got to number 81 that time. We then got Clout, Substitute. Their only UK chart hit, released the 17th of June 1978. It reached number 2 and spent 12 weeks in the charts. We then got Bonnie Tyler, It's a Heartache, released December the 3rd, 1977, reached number 4 and spent 12 weeks in the charts. So there's been a few that kind of were released in December 1977 that we're seeing here in this yearbook. Track 18, Susie Quattro, If You Can't Give Me Love. What a tune. Probably my favourite of all of them on the first disc. Released March the 18th, 1978. Reached number 4 and spent 13 weeks in the charts. We then got 2 more. Wings with a Little Luck. Released April the 1st, 1978. Reached number 5 and spent 9 weeks in the charts. And the final one, Kate Bush, The Man with the Child in His Eyes. It's not my favourite, but it's no Wuthering Heights, but we don't get that on the yearbooks, and it's not on the 78 Extra either. There's obviously licensing issues with that, but we do get on this Kate's second UK chart hit. Released the 10th of June 1978, it reached number 6 and spent 11 weeks in the charts. So there you go, that is disc 1 of the yearbook. Disc 2, 3 and 4 to come. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be back with part 2 of the Now Yearbook 78 review.
Right, so disc 2 of the Now Yearbook 1978 now. On to track 1, the Boomtown Rats, Rat Trap. Good opener, I think, to disc 2. Released on October the 14th, 1978. Reached number 1 for 2 weeks. 15 weeks in the charts. Then we've got the Undertones, Teenage Kicks, one of John Peel's favourites, of course. First UK chart hit, released October the 21st, 1978. But can you believe this? One of a few here on the yearbook. This got to number 31, just number 31, spent 7 weeks in the charts. We then got the Buzzcocks, Ever Fallen in Love with Someone You Shouldn't Have, released September the 23rd, 1978, reached number 12 and spent 12 weeks in the charts. Sushi and the Banshees next with Hong Kong Garden, first UK chart hit for them, reached number 7, spent 10 weeks in the charts. We then got the Rezillos, Top of the Pops, released August the 12th, 1978, reached number 17, 9 weeks in the charts. I do like that song. Unashamedly, I do like that song. Blondie, Hanging on the Telephone next, released November the 11th, 1978, reached number 5, spent 12 weeks in the charts. Elvis Costello and the Attractions, I Don't Want to Go to Chelsea, their second UK chart hit, released March the 11th, 1978, reached number 16 and spent 10 weeks in the charts. We then got track 8, The Clash, White Man in Hammersmith Palais. I don't remember this one, and it's not grown on me yet. Released June the 24th, 1978, reached number 32, spent 7 weeks in the charts. Next, The Jam, Down in the Tube Station at Midnight, released October the 21st, 1978, reached number 15 and spent 7 weeks in the charts. Ian Jury and the Blockheads, What a Waste, first UK chart hit for Ian Jury, released April the 29th, 1978, reached number 9 and spent 12 weeks in the charts. Patti Smith, Because the Night, first UK chart hit for Patti Smith, great tune. Released April the 29th, 1978, reached number 5 and spent 12 weeks in the charts. We then got The Cars, My Best Friend's Girl, released November the 11th, 1978, reached number 3, spent 10 weeks in the charts. The Motors, Airport, so from the Cars to Motors, see what they did there? There's a lot of thought that goes into the listings here in the yearbooks. Released June the 10th, 1978, reached number 4 and spent 13 weeks in the charts. Track 14, City Boy, 5705, first UK chart hit, released July the 8th, 1978, reached number 8 and spent 12 weeks in the charts. Next we got Sweet, Love is Like Oxygen, first top 10 hit in almost 3 years for the Sweet. Released January the 28th, 1978, it got to number 9 and spent 10 weeks in the charts. I really like this song. I really like the next one, Elton John, Part-Time Love, released October the 21st, 1978, reached number 15, 13 weeks in the charts. Great tune. Billy Joel next, Moving Out, Anthony's song, released June the 24th, 1978. Can you believe it? It got to just number
35 and spent 6 weeks in the chart. So quickly forgotten about in the singles chart, but I love that song. The Who Are You, released July the 22nd, 1978, reached number 18 and spent 12 weeks in the charts. Foreigner, Cold as Ice, released July the 15th, 1978, reached number 24, spent 10 weeks in the charts. Then we got Joe Walsh from the Eagles, of course, with Life's Been Good, released July the 8th, 1978, reached number 14, spent 11 weeks in the charts. Two more. Blue Oyster Cult, Don't Fear the Reaper, released May the 20th, 1978, reached number 16 and spent 14 weeks in the charts. Now, Shooting Shark would be the next chart hit for the Blue Oyster Cult, but that only got to number 97 in 1984, if you're interested. And then the final one, we've got Justin Hayward, Forever Autumn, which of course is from War of the Worlds, which is a soundtrack I discovered only a few years ago. Justin Hayward's Forever Autumn as a single was released on July the 8th, 1978. It got to number 5 and spent 13 weeks in the charts. I still love watching the concert on Sky Arts of War of the Worlds with Liam Neeson narrating. And even though I've seen it before, it's a great concert. It's a great visual concert and the soundtrack is superb. As I say, I only discovered it a few years ago. But brilliant soundtrack, and Forever Autumn, a great piece of music from that. So there you go. That is the Now Yearbook 1978 disc 2. 3 and 4 still to come. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and there will be an omnibus part as well, in case you want to watch all 4 discs together. See you soon. Bye bye.
Hello there, Chris Benson here. Welcome to disc 3 of the Now Yearbook 1978 review. So straight into it, we've got Chic the Freak kicking off disc 3. Released on the 18th of November 1978, reached number 7 and spent 17 weeks in the charts. We then got A Taste of Honey, Boogie Oogie Oogie, released on the 17th of June 1978. Reached number 3, spent 16 weeks in the charts, and it was re-released in 1985. Only got to number 59 though, in 1985. We then got great tune, Tavares, More Than a Woman. Released on May the 6th, 1978. Reached number 7, spent 11 weeks in the charts. Brilliant one at number 4, Alicia Bridges, I Love the Nightlife. Disco Round. Released November the 11th, 1978. It only got to number 32. I love this song. 10 weeks in the charts, and it was re-released in 1994 and only got to number 61. How did that only get to number 32? It's a class disco track. Dan Hartman next, Instant Replay, first UK chart hit, released October the 21st, 1978, reached number 8 and spent 15 weeks in the charts. We then got Michael Zager Band, Let's All Chant, released April the 1st, 1978, reached number 8, 12 weeks in the charts. We got Rafaela Cara and Do It Again, Afalamo Caminthia 2, released April the 15th, 1978, got to number 9, and Alicia Bridges only got to 32. Don't get it. Anyway, 12 weeks in the charts. Then Baccarat, Sorry I'm a Lady, released January the 14th, 1978, reached number 8, spent 9 weeks in the charts. I mean, they'd already had Yes Sir I Can Boogie. I don't know. It's not the greatest, is it? But again, it did better than Alicia Bridges if we're comparing songs, doesn't it? Sheila and B Devotion, track 9, Singing in the Rain, released March the 11th, 1978, reached number 11 and spent 13 weeks in the charts. We then got Voyage from East to West, released June the 17th, 1978, got to number 13 and spent 13 weeks in the charts. We then got Donna Summer, I Love You, released December the 10th, 1977, reached number 10 and spent 9 weeks in the charts. We then got The 3 Degrees, Giving Up, Giving In, released October the 7th, 1978, reached number 12, 10 weeks in the charts. I can't say I remember this one. We then got Eruption, love this song, I Can't Stand the Rain, one of those that's often forgotten about, again, released February the 18th, 1978, reached number 5 and spent 11 weeks in the charts. Dee Dee Jackson, Automatic Lover, not my favourite if I'm honest. First UK chart hit, released April the 22nd, 1978, got to number 4 though, and spent 9 weeks in the charts. And keeping the space theme going on this yearbook, Sarah Brightman and Hot Gossip with I Lost My Heart to a Starship Trooper. Again, not really my favourite. Released November the 11th, 1978, reached number 6, 14 weeks in the charts, but space was the thing, wasn't it? 1977 we'd had Star Wars, and even the pop industry was cashing in on it. Track 16, Crown Heights Affair, Galaxy of Love, the space theme continues. We've gone galactic for this section. Released August the 19th, 1978. First UK chart hit for Crown Heights Affair. It reached number 24 and spent 10 weeks in the charts. Then, number 17, back to familiar ground for me at least. Gladys Knight and the Pips, Come Back and Finish What You Started. Released June the 24th, 1978. Reached number 15 and spent 13 weeks in the charts. Got an absolute belter for track 18. Hot Chocolate, Everyone's a Winner. Released March the 4th, 1978. Reached number 12 and spent 11 weeks in the charts. Track 19 is Earth, Wind and Fire, Fantasy. Released February the 11th, 1978. Reached number 14 and spent 10 weeks in the charts. We then got Heatwave, Always and Forever. What a tune! Released November the 4th, 1978. Reached number 9 and spent 14 weeks in the charts, but absolutely fantastic song. Last one on disc 3 is Rose Royce, Love Don't Live Here Anymore. Released September the 16th, 1978, reached number 2 and spent 10 weeks in the charts. So there you go, that is disc 3, and it's certainly a good end to disc 3. And you've got great songs from, as I say, Eruption in there. You've also got Alicia Bridges, which I liked. But one more disc to review as well. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and there'll be an omnibus version of this Now Yearbook 1978 as well, once all 4 parts have been uploaded. So thanks for watching, and bye for now. Hi there, Chris Benson here with disc 4 of the Now Yearbook 1978, and it's a pretty good disc 4. I'll be absolutely honest, it's a great disc 4. So it starts off with Blondie, Denis, released February the 18th, 1978, reached number 2, 14 weeks in the charts, so another appearance from Blondie within this compilation. We then got Olivia Newton-John, Hopelessly Devoted to You, of course from Greece, released November the 4th, 1978. Reached number 2, again, 11 weeks in the charts. John Travolta's next with Sandy, also from Greece. Released October the 7th, 1978. And it reached number 2. See what they're doing here with the compilation? That is not coincidence. 15 weeks in the charts. Then we've got Darts, The Boy from New York City. What a tune. I love Darts. Released May the 6th, 1978. Can you guess what position it got to? Yep, number 2. And spent 13 weeks in the charts. Track 5, Bill Withers, Lovely Day. Released January the 14th, 1978. That got to number 7 and spent 8 weeks in the chart. It's been used on countless commercials over the years, but it's a great tune. Track 6, John Paul Young, Love is in the Air. Released April the 29th, 1978. Reached number 5, spent 13 weeks in the charts. It was re-released in 1992, got to number 49, and again in 2002, where it got to number 25. Barry Manilow, Copacabana. It didn't chart in the UK in 1978, but it did in 1993 as a remix, and in 1993 it got to number 22. Number 8, Renaissance, Northern Lights. I do like this. Released July the 15th, 1978. It reached number 10 and spent 11 weeks in the charts. Then we've got Scott Fitzgerald and Yvonne Keeley, If I Had Words. Released January the 14th, 1978. Reached number 3 and spent 10 weeks in the charts, but very catchy song. Track 10, Boney M, Brown Girl in the Ring. You'll know that one. A double A-side with Rivers of Babylon. Released April the 29th, 1978. Number 1 for 5 weeks. And it spent 40 weeks in the charts, it has in total. Track 11, one of my favourites of all time. And I used to love playing this all the time on hospital and community radio, Brotherhood of Man and Figaro. Released January the 14th, 1978. It was number 1 for just a week, but spent 12 weeks in the charts, but absolutely love it. Track 12, though, is a belter, Coco, The Bad Old Days, and it was the Eurovision entry for 1978. It was released on April the 22nd, 1978. It reached number 13 and spent 7 weeks in the charts. And Cheryl Baker appeared in Coco. Did you know that? Of course, she would be back in Eurovision 3 years later with Bucks Fizz. Dollar, following Coco. Dollar with Shooting Star, their first UK chart hit, released on November the 11th, 1978. It got to number 14 and spent 12 weeks in the charts. We then got a great tune, Andrew Gold, Never Let Her Slip Away. Released March the 25th, 1978. It reached number 5 and spent 12 weeks in the charts. We then got Dean Friedman with Denise Marsa, Lucky Stars, which I'd totally forgotten about, but it's a great one. It's just one of those storytelling songs of the 70s that you just don't get now. Released September the 23rd, reached number 3 and spent 10 weeks in the charts. I told you this 4 is strong. You've got Manhattan Transfer next with Walk in Love. Everyone always thinks of Chanson d'amour, but Walk in Love is such a great song. I'd say it's probably even their best song. Released February the 18th, 1978. It reached number 12. Love this. 12 weeks in the charts. Track 17, David Soul, Let's Have a Quiet Night In. Released December the 17th, 1977. It got to number 8, spent 9 weeks in the charts. It's not his greatest, and I don't mind David Soul, but I wouldn't say it's his strongest. We then got Crystal Gale, Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue, which was released on November the 12th, 1977. It reached number 5 and spent 14 weeks in the charts. Elkie Brooks, Don't Cry Out Loud, released November the 11th, 1978. Reached number 12, 11 weeks in the charts. David Essex, Oh What a Circus. I think it was from Evita, wasn't it? I think. Released August the 19th, 1978. Reached number 3, 11 weeks in the charts. Brian and Michael next, our penultimate track with Matchstalk Men and Matchstalk Cats and Dogs. Released February the 25th, 1978. Number 1 for 3 weeks. Spent 19 weeks in the charts. Absolutely love this. A brilliant tribute to the artist L.S. Lowry. And then the final one is Father Abraham with the Smurf song, which was released on June the 3rd, 1978. Reached number 2 and spent 17 weeks in the charts. And it's a great gimmicky song to end the year, what 1978 really is. Anyway, that is it. So there's an omnibus edition that will be uploaded as well if you want to watch all 4 parts in one go. And of course, look out for more Talking Music reviews very soon. We've got the Now Yearbook 1992 Extra, which is going to be uploaded very soon as well. Right, that's it from me. Bye for now.